things up there because I haven't dealt with that. So I need to do that. I need to call him. Work's been so goddamn busy, and now I got the CTO like telling me I need to do stuff by Tuesday. I'm like, oh, I've never been ordered to do stuff before, so it'll probably be Tuesday before I deal with that. Yell at Riverside. Um, pointless.
I agree with you. You said it finally got exciting and then it stopped because I definitely had a hard time reading this section.
Oh, like it's
I'm
been
so
like
glad it
three.
wasn't just me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like 300 pages of backstory, which is cool to a point, but when that's all it is, it's like okay, when he first found the book, and you're like, ooh, like Overlook history. And I'm always fascinated by that because I know they made the whole thing up, and I'm just fascinated that they made it all up. Fucking like Anne Rice, like, oh my God, you just made that whole 300-year history of witches. Because
Yeah.
I closed that book, I'm like, oh, so that's how witches got started. No, wait a minute, no, they didn't. Uh,
He does bring up a really good point that I never thought of before, though. It's like, whose scrapbook is that? Who made that?
Mm,
I think I
That
know whose it is, but I'm not gonna say that yet.
Grady?
Pretty much. Who else could it
Yeah.
be? Who else would have all that?
Unless the hotel made him, like the ghost there.
I think they left it there for him.
But you said he. No, I mean Grady, unless the ghosts made, like, were influencing him to make it.
Oh, no. I think Grady or said ghosts. I don't know if you can separate them at this point. It may or may not exist. I guess we don't know that technically. Left for Jack to find. I don't know Grady's story necessarily, why he made it, unless he was just
Mm.
obsessed. Had nothing else to do, right? Fucking 9 months of snow.
yeah.
I don't really understand. I didn't understand a lot of like the scandal that they were trying to explain on like what's the big scoop here?
With
I think
it,
it was supposed it read like it was supposed to be like, oh, all of these bad people stayed at the Overlook and all these bad things happened at the hotel. And I'm like, yeah, it's a fucking hotel. Bad things happen at hotels.
Yeah.
that was kind of my takeaway. It was like one bad thing after another. So he was telling you that this is not a good place, basically, and here's why.
Why was Jack angry about that?
About the
Because
hotel
he's
being a.
angry about everything.
I don't understand the phone call one bit. I'm like, what is the fuck is he even? What is he doing? It's
He,
just
I'm
like,
glad. Sorry, go ahead. I'm glad he said it because I definitely was like, it sounds like a drunk call. Like,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, 2 in the morning. Yeah, so like Jack's being drunk without drinking,
yeah, poor, the worst for a recovering alcoholic.
right? Fuck.
Well, actually, maybe it's the best.
Yeah, he's like keep drinking. I'm thirsty as hell.
I don't know if he knows that he's acting drunk though.
I think he recognizes the handkerchief. And by the way, nobody's carried a handkerchief around since like 1976. They
I
barely
was gonna,
made the cut.
I was gonna say like 1890.
Handkerchiefs are gross. You're supposed to blow snot in it and put it back in your pocket. Fuck no. I think since the discovery of infectious disease, nobody's used a handkerchief.
I think my dad still carries one for like funerals, but that's it.
You carry one for show. Yeah,
Interesting.
you need a good colored handkerchief in the breast pocket of your white suit. And maybe a blue or a emerald green, but I'm not gonna use it. Ugh.
But it's also like, couldn't it just be a nervous tick if Danny is also doing it because he sees his dad do it?
That almost made me sad.
I'm coloring this book. Did you guys see the coloring book I put in that picture on the
I
blanket?
wasn't
Yeah.
sure what that was. Yeah.
It says 237 in the coloring book, so I was immediately upset.
I figured, or I don't know if this is true or not, but I was reading more about it online, and they said that in the movie they changed their room number because the hotel that they were filming at didn't want guests not staying in room 217. But I
But
guess
they
they
had a.
don't. I guess they didn't go up to 237, so it didn't matter.
I was gonna say, fuck 237. They can not stay there all they want. But 217, we need that one. Yeah, I haven't. Sure.
In hindsight, though, that would have made it way more popular.
Okay, so the people at the action, I couldn't even tell you where they filmed it. Was it at the Stanley? I don't
The
think it was.
Timberline Lodge.
Right. So who the fuck knows that? So nobody's gonna not stay there because nobody stays there already. Where's that at?
I don't know. I didn't look that part up.
You should have done it at the Stanley. What the fuck?
Yeah, I was a little confused, but I mean, I guess it's just inspired by.
There's definitely no official connection, but wink, wink. That way we don't have to pay copyrights. I like how I think we talked about that. Chapter 19 is when he's outside 217. Like, yes.
Danny's scenes were done pretty well.
Yeah.
For as little that happened, like when there was scary stuff going on, the tension was perfect. I was like, oh, this is eerie.
Oh, especially that last chapter, like when he's actually in 217.
Yeah.
I forgot
That
how
and
tense that is.
the fire hose was great. I fucking loved the fire hose. Nothing
Yeah.
happened, but goddamn was that terrifying.
Same with the hedges. And I mean, like,
Well, I mean, did nothing happen with the hedges? I'm not convinced of that.
well, I mean, nothing. Oh, I see what you mean. Like the hose didn't move or anything.
I mean, it fell, which is rather ominous, and that probably would have been a wild ass like funk when it hit the floor, and I probably would have shit my pants if I was him.
Yeah.
It didn't come after him. He's just, I mean, how many books have we done now where he makes up all this terror in the character's mind, but nothing's actually happening. But you
Yeah.
feel it as well. Like he's so good at that. And kids, like I like the Danny parts. I think are my favorite parts. Like I
Yeah.
think, and every time like Danny's, first of all, this kid, this poor goddamn kid, I don't even know where to start with Danny. Every time we're doing Danny parts, I'm picturing him in this little big wheel rolling down the fucking hallway on the carpet, turning corners like in the movie. You know how you're like
Yeah.
following behind him. That's just what I'm picturing. I cannot read this now without picturing the movie. Wendy is fucking Shelley Duvall. She does not have blonde hair. I don't care what this book says. And Jack is just Jack. I mean, that role is so there's no getting around it at this point. So I
I
guess
was
that's why.
asking. Go ahead.
Yeah, I guess that's why he stopped trying to fight it and just accepted it for its own cultural identity.
I was asking someone at work if they seen the movie, and they said no. And I pulled up a picture of him, and I was like, "Have you seen this image?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, I know that."
Here's Johnny,
Yeah.
right?
In the movie, his name is still Jack, right?
Yeah.
So where do you get here's Johnny?
It was improvised, wasn't it?
Johnny Carson. Anybody? Do we know who
No.
that is?
I mean, kind of.
Before Jay Leno. We know who Jay Leno is.
Yes.
All right. So Johnny Carson had Jay Leno's job. Johnny Carson gave it to Jay Leno. So he was like the king of late night talk show. And every night when he came on at 11:30, his sidekick would introduce him and go, "Here's Johnny."
Ah,
So he hatcheted it through the door, and it was a play on that.
Yeah.
I never in my life would have understood.
I was
Yeah, me
just sitting here
neither.
going, I wonder if people still get that reference. And then you said that like right when I was done thinking. That's why I like laughed. I was like, oh, I guess not. So
I've
yeah, I mean,
always wondered about that.
you could YouTube it real quick and see exactly what he's doing.
Yeah.
Even Danny's scene in the bathtub. There's a part like because he can't scream, but his mouth is still wide open, and that kid does that in the movie, and I'm like, oh, it literally
Hmm
says that in the book.
He does it pretty good in the movie too. 'Cause
He
I'm not sure
does.
I realized that was in the book. He's just like
Right.
sitting there with his mouth open, like catching wasps, as it were. What fickle world did we live in when people was this like just a thing that people did? Oh yeah, you take the giant ass wasp nest and you hang it in your bedroom. What could go wrong? I trust the bomb people. If they say that they're all going to be dead, then I don't need to double check.
I mean, I don't know. I guess because Jack did it and nothing bad happened, so he had a lot of faith in it.
I think some nerd and his brother Dave had a
A
beehive
wasp.
in their bedroom growing up. Oh my God, I would never do that. Fuck that.
No.
No.
Only for if never mind the bees, if only for sanitary reasons. All that old as soon as you start talking about old paper and this and that, I was like, oh yeah, oh, well, I forgot what beehives are made of. I'm like, no, I'm not doing that.
Well, and I don't remember if it states this later in the book or not. But like I'm sorry if we don't specifically read about him like doing the bug bomb verbatim and actually following his actions. I'm like, did he just think that he did it?
It's
He
also
didn't
true.
actually use the bug bomb.
Maybe that's a good point
Wait, why did he only think he did it?
because he's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, because the ghosts are fucking with him or both.
Yeah. Like it wasn't as bad during that part of the book, but I mean, he was definitely still under the influence of the hotel.
He's falling under its spell, and I think that's what the scrapbook is doing. Like the hotel's grabbing him and pulling him in, so which I guess is why he's got these drinking symptoms without
Yeah.
drinking. That'd be awful.
It's happening awfully fast too. Like felt like things were great, and then all of a sudden things were not great.
I mean, yeah, is it though? We're 300 pages in this.
Well, I meant with Jack, not in general.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a little bit slow, but it's mostly fast. I mean, he just kind of starts becoming a dickhead, like he's a drunk all over again.
Yeah,
That's
his
kind of
thoughts are like I know that you can't help your thoughts, but I'm like, you're not a good guy.
No, well, especially that whole spiel about like, oh, he's always had a temper and things just happen to him. And I'm like, no, 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 no. You are not a good person if things just happen to you that are awful.
Well, when things, that's like, and that's one of the like AA things. When things are happening to you, then you haven't, then you're not, you have to accept that you're doing things aren't happening to you, something like that. I can't remember how they word it, but
Yeah.
don't make yourself a victim. Take responsibility for your actions. So yeah, nothing's happening. Wendy is, I don't know. I think this book is so old. Some of this culture stuff is just not aged that well. It's just like, God damn. Some of the shit he thinks and says, I'm like, fuck you, dude. You deserve whatever the hell's coming, and I know what it's coming. And it's
Right.
pretty bad, but goddamn, you're like,
Like,
you said, like you're kind of not a nice, you're not a nice person to begin with, drunk or not.
right. Like, you should not be having these thoughts about your wife where you're like, can you just shut the fuck up, bitch?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just needed, yeah, and but I think, I'm hoping, well, I guess we'll never know, but I don't think that's normal Jack. I think that's Jack falling under the overlook Jack. I don't
Is it
think he
Well,
haunted?
normally has those thoughts, but I guess we don't know that for a fact.
I mean, he did when he was drinking before because it said that, but I'm talking even like, the part where it goes back and he says he's always had anger issues and football was a release for him and he always took being tackled personally, so he would like get angry.
Right. I forgot about that.
I'm like,
Yeah, that doesn't sound very
that's
therapeutic.
yeah, that's formative years you being an asshole.
It's also
Yeah.
easy to see why this is a generational thing.
Yeah,
What? What do you mean?
Is Danny? Danny's not angry, is he? He's just a drunk in Doctor Sleep. I don't remember.
I
He's
don't remember either.
he's fresh out or recently out of AA.
Yeah, but like Jack's dad was an angry drunk. Jack is an angry drunk. Is Danny an angry drunk?
Doesn't matter if he's angry, he's a drunk.
I mean, yeah. Like,
So you still fucked his life all up.
Well, yeah, but there are some drunks who aren't angry.
I was never an angry drunk unless you gave me vodka. And then all bets were off, kind of. And I wasn't necessarily angry. I would just say whatever the hell I thought, no matter what the consequences were.
like Jack and his dad have an anger problem and a drinking problem, but maybe Danny just gets the drinking problem.
I think you're right. I don't remember him being like angry in Doctor Sleep, like in that way, like short tempered,
Yeah.
more morose than anything. I guess I would say. I don't know. I didn't like that. I didn't like that guy being Danny necessarily. So
Yeah.
it's like what was the other one we read where that guy is not this guy? Like that Danny is not this Danny.
I don't remember.
And he's like he just like turned 4 or 5 or something, and he's having these adult thoughts, and he knows fucking everything, and it's
Yeah.
kind, but he doesn't understand most of it. And Wendy's starting to be like, "Fuck the doctor. I know this kid is special, so I'm just gonna talk to him like this shit's normal." And hey, so what was Daddy thinking when we were doing this the other day? Oh yeah, he hates it, but he's worried about you. So
Well, and I kind of hate that conversation that they had in the car because one, that should have happened way earlier. And two, I feel like she's putting the decision to leave on Danny. And I'm like, whether he's special or not, he's still a kid.
Right.
He shouldn't have to make that decision. You, as the parent, as the adult, should be making that decision.
Well,
what was it?
you're right actually, because I was gonna say she did ask him what he wanted, and he said, "I don't want to go live with your mom," but she still could have been the adult and been like, "Too bad, we're gonna do it."
Yeah.
Well, I mean, she didn't want to. So far, drunk Jack is still better than mom.
Well, it's also like for Danny, from Danny's perspective, it's your mom and dad. It's hard for them to be wrong when you're that age.
And Danny's
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, she thinks that she can take me away from me when she would do better than you would every time we go there. I'm like, man, fuck. Like this kid is obviously special, and this can't she can't just be now figuring out. She's known this, so they should have had these like, you know, I don't know, open conversations long before she finally did,
Yeah.
because they need to nurture that and not make him feel, weird about it or anything. I guess he doesn't feel weird about it. He's not old enough to feel weird about it yet. Like that's all the kind of stuff, all that shining power that I don't think Dr. Sleep really gets into. It's just more about saving the chick, what's her name? Begins with an A.
I don't
Something
remember.
from Rose the Hat. Can't remember her name. So you never like explore. You do a little bit of the backstory with him and his dad, and the redemption with him and his dad's ghost. I guess it is when he goes back to the Shining. Like that part was cool. Like going back to the hotel. Back to the Overlook. I mean, not Shining. I guess it's the same thing.
Mhm.
I really do not remember Doctor Sleep.
But they're chasing the old murdery people around. And
Yeah,
since he
like I
turned 60,
remember,
all his villains are old murdery people.
I remember Rose the Hat, and that's like all I remember.
I think he chases them. I have to watch it or read it again. I'll probably just watch it again. I'll like reading it. But, well,
Cute.
follow-up question, and I never thought about this. I think we might have brought this up last time. We have to do that book next, right? If it's part two, we can't just do part one and move on. I mean, we could.
I mean, it's our podcast. We can really do whatever the hell
Yeah,
we want.
well, I mean, you're right. True, but
It would make sense to do Doctor Sleep next.
Yeah, I'd be fine
yeah.
with that.
Yeah, well, there we go. And then we can complain about all that shit I just talked about in detail. Let's find out if I'm actually right. Because there's some redemption with him and his dad, so I guess it does get into some of that, but
I think
or
that's
at
just at
least some
the
of the
end.
yeah, and that's more of what happened at the Overlook than his life since. Like you don't get 30 years
Yeah.
between being a drunk and what was high school like for Danny fucking Torrance when he knew everything every kid around him was thinking.
Mm.
He's got the touch. I wish Jake had the shine. I don't like the touch.
I mean,
The
it's
touch doesn't age well.
yeah. I don't know why he didn't just keep it the same name.
Makes me think of The Simpsons. He's like, "You got the shining. You mean the shinning? You want to get sued?"
Why? So when Danny's at the doctor's office, the doctor and the mom are like, you know why he calls him Tony, right? And they're like, yes.
I have no idea.
I don't know why. Can you tell me?
There's something that is so fucking obvious in 1976 that we're not getting. I'm like, is he Italian? Is this a racist thing? Like, is he a WAP? I was trying to get all these racist thoughts from the 70s, and I couldn't get anything.
Well,
I
and
probably shouldn't have said that last one, but whatever. Sorry.
yeah, no, when he said that Tony was like 11 or old enough to drive, but still like young, I was like, oh, I was definitely thinking middle-aged Italian man.
Yeah. I
Well, the
don't
next thing
know if I definitely didn't think he was a kid or like an underage person.
I never
Yeah.
thought of him as a certain age period. I guess more of an entity, and then that he wouldn't be a kid unless he was, died a kid and he's a ghost or something. But then I think who was Allie that said like he's Danny in 10 years, and like if he's like a 12-year-old kid, that's not out of the realm of possibility.
Yeah.
So when Tony stops showing up, you're gonna die in like 10 years.
What?
If Tony's you in 10 years, when you stop seeing him, that means
I
you're gonna die
see.
in somewhere in the next 10 years.
Yeah. I was trying to think that too. I'm like, does the doctor think that this is him from the future? But like, what does Tony have to do with Danny?
The doctor thinks he's full of shit. I read that so many times. You know why he's named Tony, right? Like, oh, well, I don't. What the
And
fuck?
they both went yes. And I'm
Oh
like,
yeah, like,
okay.
oh, it's so obvious we don't even need to write that part down. I guess we could. Where's my friends at Reddit? I'm sure they know.
I was gonna say, I want to look it up now.
Reddit's
Also,
fine. I have my notifications on for Reddit, and they get very complaining.
yeah, welcome to Reddit.
Welcome
It's
to
still
the
fun
internet.
though. Yeah, it's
Also
still
that.
fun. I don't ever in life write anything. Reading it's fun. Anyway,
Also, I didn't realize Tony was sending him like literal signs to read.
Yeah, send a 4-year-old signs when he doesn't know how to read.
yeah, like what kind of douche is Tony? Like, here, read this. When you learn
Oops.
how,
Yeah.
baby. How fucking old are you? Yeah, I don't, and I don't think we'll ever know. And see, is Tony in Doctor Sleep? What happened to Tony? All these questions.
I have a lot of questions about Tony.
I don't know if Tony's internal or external, right? And that makes it. I don't know if Stephen King knows. I don't remember like Tony's arc if he has one. I guess you would say. All I remember is Danny with his finger. Danny's not here, Mister.
I thought Tony was Dick Halloran when we started this, so I'm definitely at a loss.
He's definitely not.
Yeah, I realize that now because Tony is like a child.
I hate Dick in the movie. Oh, I love that character though. The actor. What's his name? Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
I know, I can picture him. I don't know his name.
Chapman Crothers, I think his name is. He's got the bow legs. He's like super famous, I guess, when this movie came out in the 70s. You guys remember the movie or don't?
Mostly
More or less.
do.
Do we remember Dick in the movie? I don't even like saying that.
What do you? I mean, like I can kind of picture him. What does that
Spoilers,
mean?
Dick's arc is different in the movie than it is in the book, and I don't know if you guys remember the difference. So I'm not sure what to say.
No, I don't remember his arc being different.
Do you remember what happened to him in either one?
Well,
No.
he
Oh, by the way,
lives. Hook.
uh, yeah,
I don't remember if he does in the movie.
we'll just find out.
I feel like, well, never mind. We'll find out.
Well, the movie, you can. Okay, so no, yes, he lives in the book. He doesn't in the movie. So short answer.
Yeah, I was
Um,
gonna say, I remember him dying in the movie.
I was so mad because it made no sense. What? I'm jumping the gun, so we gotta say here. But when we get to that, the whole thing pissed me off. George Hatfield was interesting. He's like, you, what did he say? You shortened the timer or something like that. He's like, no, I didn't. And he's like, and if I did, it was for you. It's like, well, wait a minute, because he spent like 5 pages talking about how no, I didn't do that. I'll never do that. And then when he's thinking about it, I guess after the fact, he's like, well, if I did do it, it was just because he looked so, desperate out there. Oh, wait a minute. So you did do it, you bastard. So all this was your fault. So you're still not a nice guy. I'm just gonna call him Larry,
You ain't no nice guy, Larry.
which we have to do after Doctor Sleep because
Yeah.
now I'm reading articles on it and everybody's talking about it and I can't read it. It's like I didn't
Mhm.
realize it was gonna be that popular, but I guess I should have realized it. They were
Published
like, you
fan fiction.
That's yeah. I mean, that's all. That's what it is. I love it though. I never heard any of the authors on the list, but hey, maybe I will now. I'm like, damn it, I should have been one of them. I should have wrote a Stan story. I don't know what I want to see next from the Stan. Franny die? That would be satisfying.
Does she have the baby in the book? No, or she's still
I think when
pregnant?
he gets back, right?
Yeah, right.
And then they take off for parts unknown or somewhere else.
Yeah. Well, there was a
Gone
whole
quick.
thing of like the baby had caught Captain
Right.
Trips, and they were really scared that it was gonna die, and then it ended up living.
Oh, right. Because it only took one generation to fix the problem.
Yeah.
Mutation works quick in that world.
I mean, to be fair, they did lose like 99% of their
Well, I
population.
guess true. I guess the ones left are pretty tough. Yeah, so I'm not sure what I want next from that. Think about that. But the article was like, you need to read Stephen King's longest book now. I'm like, okay, I'll bite on that one. And they're like, most people think it's it, but it's actually The Stand. I'm like, okay. So wait, no, that's not true.
Yes, it,
Do most people really think it is his longest book and don't know what The Stand is?
I would say yes.
Yeah.
They're only like
Anybody
8
who's
years
read,
apart.
most people have not read The Stand or like know what it is. Almost everybody has heard of it.
Yeah, it's been popular for a long time, and The Stand, it probably had a resurgence once they made the new TV show.
Like they had a movie in the 90s about The Stand too, or miniseries.
Yeah.
Right. Well, let me think. Nope, they had. What year is it? 1990, right?
When it was published, I think I don't know.
Tim Curry, the movies. So, uh, I think The Stand is 94. He wrote The Stand first, but the It movie came out first, so it was definitely more popular, I would say.
It's also just like I know from like anecdotal experience when I ask people, like most people have no idea what The Stand is.
Really? Oh, why? They're not that far. I guess that clown is just so damn iconic. What does he say? That damn clown?
Yeah, like The Stand is such a great story, but it's not like it's not quite horror in that. I mean,
There's
it
no
kind of,
super villain. I mean, there is, but he's not. I don't know. He doesn't stand out
yeah.
like murdering clown, where you created a whole fucking genre of murdering clowns that now show up every Halloween.
Yeah, and the Stand is more like post-apocalyptic, whereas it is more horror, and I think horror was probably bigger at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of straight horror. Like every time I read that book, I'm like, man, there's no breaks. Like every chapter is one bad thing after another. There's no like, hey, they just hung out for a little bit, took a break.
Right.
Part of what makes it so good, though.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's a page turner, no doubt. Like, oh god, what's next?
Like it's,
Even the parts where it is that dairy history keep you hooked.
yeah.
Yeah, he
Unlike
intermixes the
the book we're
Mike's
currently
history
reading.
parts awesomely. I love the way he does that.
And no offense to The Stand, but I think that it has the better ending.
Yeah.
So it's ending. I mean, are we talking about the flood or are we talking about Pennywise?
I'm just referencing the stupid God hand in The Stand.
Right. Yeah, that hand gets around a couple books. Yeah, I think it ends up at Under the Dome, I think, at some point, but He wrapped it up in a prettier box.
Right.
I don't know what to say. That book
Anyway.
is so great, and the end is so bad. It's just.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, we could have just and the miniseries was real bad about it. They had actual like white light floating around killing people. Like, oh come on! Like the book was more like, yeah, there was like the intervention of the white, but it was more about nobody paid close enough attention to Trash Can Man was the real problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the miniseries, or the most recent one, I think took that mostly out of it, didn't it? I don't remember. I don't remember
I
him
don't
rolling up
remember.
in LA. But everything because I was reading a bunch of shit on the stand because I went down that book rabbit hole, and every article starts with ignore the Paramount Plus series. Like, don't read the most recent series or don't watch that. Like,
What? I mean, I didn't think it was that bad.
it was okay. I
It's not
mean,
like the Dark Tower movie.
which is on Netflix or Hulu or somewhere. I just saw that pop up somewhere. Like, oh God, don't do it, even if you can. Well, I don't know.
Mm.
I have mixed feelings because the movie is really bad, but it's cool to see like Jake and Roland hanging out, kind of too.
Yeah, I think I'll just wait, to be honest.
Yeah, well, let's hope we make it. I just hope. I
Hey,
don't.
he'll definitely die before I do.
He will. Will Flanagan?
Flanagan, yeah.
But
Hopefully.
Flanagan will definitely die before you. I mean, I don't. That doesn't bode well for me. I don't think.
Well, you guys, well, let's just hope that he makes that Flanagan gets on it soon.
Let's hope his timeline is before Stephen King dies, but I don't know if it is.
Uh,
I mean, that could be any
but
time, right? Was he 76? Ozzy just died at 76. No,
Stephen
he's
King is
70,
76?
78,
Holy crap.
1947. Crazy. He's granddad's age. He's older than granddad.
Yeah, he's 1 year older than Grammy.
Yeah, well, she's a little better off than granddad. Anyway, we can stop with that.
If we want to get back to The Shining, there was a JFK reference.
I want to go back to the town. I saw that. I forgot what it was. I was like, they've been doing this a long time. I would like to know if there is a book that does not have a JFK reference.
I have to look through all my notes because I write it down every single time.
Yeah, I wonder if there is one at this point, Greg. That might be the easier question, gee, because he's still doing it. Fucking, I think the last book we read, or the
Yeah, he
short
does.
story book, what was that called?
You like it darker?
Yeah, wasn't there one in there?
There
Yep.
was at least one, yeah.
Yeah, if not two, three, four.
Jack was thinking about the book too, and he's like, it could be a work of fiction or history or both. And this was right after the JFK thing. I'm like, yeah, yeah, we know. Like, I'm in the future. I already know that book.
Right. Yeah. And then like he knows that Al is like did he know that Al was like a majority stockholder of the Overlook when he
He must have.
said he was gonna write that book? Like, why the fuck would you say that?
Yeah. I forgot about that part. That was so dumb. How do you do an expose and tell the owners that you're going to do it?
He called him just to poke him for no reason.
Yep.
Like like I was inside yelling at him. I wasn't actually yelling at him. I was like, stop, what the fuck are you doing? I was like yelling at him the whole time. I almost couldn't, watch it for lack of a better word.
The only thing that makes sense is if he really subconsciously was like, I need to get me and my family out of here now, and like was trying to get fired.
Somebody had that thought later on, Danny or something, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, well, yeah, okay. I mean, it would be easier if you just walked out the front door, but okay.
Yeah, right. Don't get in good graces with your friend who's trying to help you get your job, or in bad graces with your friend trying to help you get your job back.
I mean, he is in a pickle, which, that's why they always stay, we sunk all our money into this house. We can't move. So we have to figure this ghost thing out.
Yeah, it's perfect breeding ground for. Wow, I can't talk today. Perfect breeding ground for ghosts.
Every time I hear about a haunted house, I'm like, burn it down, see what happens. Fucking homeless ghosts, what are they gonna do then?
I mean, not everybody who buys a house wants to just burn it down.
Yeah, well, and then there's Paranormal Activity where they started following you from house to house. I'm like, oh, that's way more terrifying. All right, all right. Now we got to figure this out.
Yeah, I feel like that's way. I mean, that's demons though. Demons will attach to you. Ghosts will attach to property.
I gotta say, I think I'd rather have a ghost than a demon. Demon sounds more.
Hell yeah! Are you kidding me?
It sounds way more like invasive and high maintenance. Ghosts are just kind
Hard
of
to.
passive and hanging out and like trying to like make you jump when you're not paying attention. So yeah, for some reason he puts wasp in the kid's hand. And he got stung 12 times on his fucking hand. I love Danny's logic too. He's like, well, they might think I'm insane, and then the men in white coats are gonna come, and they already took him to the doctor the one time, so it makes sense that they would do it again. I was like, well, that's a good point. From a
Yeah.
5-year-old's perspective, like they've already shown that they're going to do it.
How old? So he was like 4 or 5 when Jack was telling him about that neighbor or whatever. Like maybe just don't say that.
And above them was a picture Wendy half remembered from her own grammar school days, 19 years before. He's been doing this a long time before he even realized it.
I don't know if this is. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know if it was an accident, but that JFK article was dated the night.
See, it can't be. Unless he went back and like rewrote these for like the fourth edition or something, and then added some 19 shit in there. I hope not. I hope it was originally there.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do when your 5-year-old says, "My invisible friend told me to do it"?
Call an exorcist
All
or
the
a
men in
priest.
the white coats.
I mean, the men in the white coats are better than the men in yellow coats.
That's very true.
Those are men are very low, the way I hear it. Still not real sure what that means. I just picture short, squat men in yellow coats and hats. Maybe that's because
I
of the
don't think
movie.
they were short, were they? I think I don't know.
No, they were more Taheen, is what they were, right?
Right. It's like more
I
of
was
a
gonna say like
species
demon-like with
descriptor
their
than a
claws.
size.
Sorry, get what?
I said low is more of like a species than a physical description.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I guess I don't know. I don't remember what Taheen are necessarily. They, I guess they are the low men. They're the maintenance workers for the bad guys.
Well, maybe that's what, because yeah, they're like the lowest of the
Yeah,
hierarchy.
yeah. They're the peasants in the fiefdom.
Oh, another spinal meningitis reference. Like, what is it with him? He must have like seen something on this disease and then been haunted by it.
Who had that? I don't remember. I missed that.
Pet Cemetery.
No, in this one, who had that?
You know what? I have to look up the page number. I just wrote down the reference.
I remember Pet Cemetery. Don't you worry. But that was Rachel was terrifying. Oh, Fred
Rachel,
just sat
right,
next to me.
right.
I don't think anyone had it. I think it was just one of those like, what if he has this, or it could be this, or what if this happens?
Yeah, you're right. Because it was when they were at the doctor, and when Wendy was thinking about her sister, it was like, what if he's really sick, like cancer, spinal meningitis, leukemia, brain tumor? Oh, I missed the brain tumor.
See, damn, he's been doing both of them for a while.
Yep.
I thought
He
I was gonna
better
see
not.
Red Rum in the mirror when he looked in the mirror and like saw himself.
I had that thought too, but it's not till closer to the end, like
What?
when
I'm
it's
not gonna know
too
what that
late.
means until the end, and it's gonna be like the big
Yeah.
reveal. Dum 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 dum.
I still can't help but laugh because again, it would be so much more effective if I didn't know what it means. But knowing what it means is like, yeah, it's okay, cool.
Still, as I mean, yeah, it's like, oh yeah, just murder. That's all. I mean, I feel like there's much more going on than that.
Plus, well, true, right? It should be like, what's haunting backward? Haunting.
Yeah, you're gonna murder your family and then I guess murder yourself, and then you're gonna become one of the ghosts because you're gonna end up in the picture like the rest of us. So that's the rest of your, eternity.
That's too long to spell in the mirror.
What's the word for that? Fucked.
I was about to say that. You're fucked, kid.
Yeah, and the doctor just kind of dismisses Danny as making it all up, right?
Well, I think he gives him like to me, he's like, oh man, this is like a psychic or wait, like a fake psychic in the making.
Right. Fucking Tyler Hero. Henry. What the fuck's his name? Tyler Henry.
Well, that's a medium. He's a medium, isn't he?
Yeah. How come they're always medium? How come they're never like, large? They never go all the way in. Okay, sorry, that's
Dad
bad.
joke.
Yeah, sorry. I was trying to think of it as I talked, and it wasn't working.
No, but he was like basically saying like, what are those people? I mean, they are psychics, right? When they do like quote unquote cold readings, and they're just like
Yeah,
picking up.
like
Yeah,
psychics or mystics or whatever you call
don't
them.
they all get in
Yeah.
trouble though at some point? Didn't Long Island chick get in trouble for something?
Well, mediums are different than psychic. Like a
Okay.
medium talks to ghosts, whereas the psych. Actually, wait, you're right, because I guess psychics claim to do that too sometimes.
So a
Whatever.
medium is like a psychic that can only do one thing.
Right.
You're like the Taheen of the psychic world. Okay, yeah. So he just thinks Danny has an invisible friend, I guess.
And is really good at reading people. But I feel like I don't know. I mean, he's a doctor; it's his job to be rational. But I'm like, you're really underselling it. Like, but Wendy knows that, so that's all that matters. She's like, there's no way he could have known the things that he knows.
I mean, he knew she was thinking about her sister in the lobby. Like, okay, I mean,
Yeah, why? I guess, yeah, I don't know. Like, why would you not question that? Like, when you ask the kid, like,
coincidences happen, I guess, but like, yeah, the doctor doesn't know the history of this kid doing this all the time because nobody told him, and he probably wouldn't have necessarily taken him seriously until, yeah, they would have to do several visits, and he'd have to keep seeing this, and then
he should have read the. Sorry,
Danny would end up at the institute
good point. Where's
or
the shop?
the shop. At least I wish there was more shop stories. Shop's fun. I should write there. Yeah, I'll write a fan fiction on the shop. I don't
Yeah,
know what
do
to do
that.
with them necessarily. But,
But I was,
whatever happened to Rainbird? Oh no, he died, didn't he?
I actually don't remember.
I don't either, but I'm pretty sure he did because she was pissed off when she found out about him.
Danny should have read the doctor's mind, and that would have been more convincing.
Yeah.
Does he do it on purpose? I guess not. It just like comes at him. That would kind of suck. Gotta learn to filter that.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's why I'm pretty sure now I'm remembering that that's why he starts drinking is to try to quiet out the voices.
And he kept doing his Poe thing, which uh, so the Mask of the Red Death is just a story that makes no sense. They have this party and Death shows up and kills everyone in the end.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure where he's going with that, unless that's where he's going with that.
That was like the scariest thing at the time. Wasn't that like, no, you can go.
I think the consensus is that he was contemplating his own death and wondering what that would be like and wrote that, something like that.
Yeah.
He was, speaking of drunks, he was pretty bad too. I think that's how
Yeah.
he died.
Well, his
He
death
died.
is still like a mystery, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it might be. He died in Baltimore, like found him passed out or something, and there's some.
Wearing someone else's clothes, like something like that.
There's a movie with John Cusack, but it's a pretty good depiction of it. Yeah, because he got like, like robbed and thrown in a ditch or something.
Yeah.
Wow, it pissed off a lot of people. You can drink that much. Yeah, the whole Derwent Overlook. It should have been about half as long. I don't really care. I mean, it was like a big long story of a bunch of people owned it, and now the original guy basically owns it again from way back when, or his family or something.
Yeah, I was just like, okay, cool.
And there's some mobsters, and I guess it's just proving it's a bad place. I don't like. I get it. Come on,
I
let's
feel
go.
like that, like, I was already like on board. I'm like, yeah, it's haunted. And then they're like, and here's what happened. And I'm like, that doesn't make any sense.
He was
I
a
mean, I
cute.
guess the gangster shooting, because that's like why Danny could see the blood, the brains on the wall. But I was the only one that I really like connected.
Again, what is that kid's life like?
I know.
No wonder he lives in terror all the time, screaming silently all the time. What are you doing? Nothing. Screaming. You?
And he's alone. Like, I know he's got his parents, but that would just be awful.
Did he have friends? I wonder. What was life
Yeah,
like before the Overlook?
he did it when he was at Stovington or whatever. Not him, whatever. When
When
Jack
they
was at
were,
Stovington.
yeah, they definitely isolated him with the ghosts. They don't know they did that. Yeah, good luck. Fuck off. See you in 6 months. See if you can make it. Usually it's like spend the night. He's got to spend. What do you say?
Dick knew, and he never should have left him.
Yeah. He'll
That's a good
probably be
point.
okay.
Dick knew how strong he was. I mean, sorry about your luck. I'm going to Florida.
Yeah, don't go in this one room that you wouldn't have gone in if I hadn't
Yeah,
told you.
it's the one with the big shiny red button on it. Why did he even bring that up? I mean, I guess he figured he would know, and it wouldn't take him long. Is the only thing I can
Like,
figure.
he would be drawn there or something.
Yeah, like as soon as he rode by, he'd be like, "Ooh, what the hell's going on in there?" I mean, maybe he could have left a note on the door, like, "Don't do it," uh,
Right.
telling him that. And then Danny's like, "Promise is a promise," until the next chapter when when he did it anyway. But I love the fucking fire hose scene. He was so terrified. He's so good at like being in kids' heads, and I don't
Yeah.
Yeah.
was, but because it does look like a snake. And the first time he said it, I was like, oh, it does look like a snake. I know exactly what he's
Mhm.
talking about. Those old like 70s fire hoses in the hallways. um, yeah, and then he did the same thing with the hedges, kind of. But
Man, that scene was like definitely creepy to read. I'm like, oh, like him realizing, like, wait, something moved.
Like, it's
yeah, and then
nothing's different. Wait, it is different.
especially when you put your hand over your eyes, like they tell you, when you're drunk and You got the DTs or whatever. I don't know. I never drank so much on that. Hallucinations the next day. I hear it's a thing. So, and then you put your hand over your eyes and nothing changes. You're like, fuck. Now what? That didn't work.
Well,
They're
no,
still
so the first time they did move. They like were moving closer. And then at
right.
the
That's what I'm
end,
saying.
yeah, yeah,
At
yeah.
first, trying to cover his face didn't work. They were still, yeah. Every time he did it, they got closer. Right. The fucking dog was running. But that's a lot like the sun dog,
Yep, I was thinking that too.
except a lot more terrifying.
It's crazy how effective, because, like, I mean, I don't know, like, I guess they could kill him in any way, but I'm like, these are bushes. Like, what are they going to do even if they catch him? But it still feels really scary.
Yeah.
Well, I'm assuming the bush has a mouth,
It's
and
still just a
claws.
bush. I mean, I guess you'll be impaled by the sticks or something.
I mean, that can be a horrible way to go, I gotta say.
Yeah, like
Maybe
impaled by the sticks or just like kind of crunched to death.
yeah, right.
By
The
branches.
the
Maybe
lion
they're swing
claws.
branches.
I don't know what power those ghosts have. On and on she had, pardon the expression, driven him to drink. Maybe that hadn't been the only reason, but let's tell the truth here and admit it was one of them. Nag,
God,
nag,
he said that.
nag until you wanted to clout her one just to shut her up and stop the endless flow of questions.
Oh my God.
Right? I don't, right? I was like, oh, man.
Yeah, she has endless questions because you're a horrible, angry drunk.
I mean, victim blame much? Jesus Christ. It is not her
Let's
fault
just
you're
be.
drinking.
No, I was about to say that. Let's be honest here. We all know it's her fault.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it might not be the only reason, but come on. I would still be drinking if she wasn't fucking nagging me about drinking all the time. I'm sure that's true. Yeah. He's not a nice guy. Of course, they would. Oh, yeah. What does it say? These will do just fine. But no. Oh, yeah. He's mad because all she has is Excedrin. That's
Well,
okay, he
because
says.
she has
These,
whatever, Anison, yeah, I think.
that's
I
what
was
they
gonna say
tell you to take
Aston.
for, it's actual Anacin is actual aspirin, and that's what they tell you to take for like blood stuff. But no Excedrin, sorry. That's okay. These will do just fine. But of course they wouldn't. She should have known it too. At times she could be the stupidest bitch. What
Yeah,
the fuck?
that whole section, I was like, dude, you deserve to die.
Is this
Yeah.
him like being drunk again, having like drunk thoughts without the alcohol? Like, is this the
Yeah,
hotel
but
doing this, or is this
yeah, right. Like, because even if these are drunk thoughts, it's like, why are you so angry? I mean, because he's just angry. Like, it doesn't matter if he's drunk or
how
sober.
dare she not have Anderson and only fucking Excedrin?
Would you rather her have nothing?
All his characters chew aspirin. Yuck. I could never
I'm
do that.
assuming he did that.
He must have. He must have walked around. I think Jack is a lot, like Steve. Uh,
Yep.
I'm sure he walked around with a bottle of fucking Anderson or whatever it was in his pocket. Yeah, but that guy, like, wow. I don't
Damn,
even.
I hope King never thought like that about his wife.
Right?
Seriously.
It seems so anti him. I'm just gonna say he didn't. While there are parts that are autobiographical, it's not an autobiography.
Right. As always.
Yeah, I mean, we'll never know where the line is. Well, I'm pretty sure the line is pretty far down. Yeah.
I'd like to think I know where the line is, or we have to pick a new topic for our
Yeah,
podcast.
well, yeah, I guess we do know where the line is because he would never do any of this shit. We know that. So yeah, he's pretty good at, yeah, but what if I kept drinking and this happened?
Right.
Yeah, so I hear he's good at making shit up like,
He's been doing it for a little bit.
yeah, he's all right, I guess.
Well,
And then yeah, and why did he call Al? Like, why is he calling these people?
Al called him because of Ullman.
No, no, the first time he called Al right after he got there and he almost didn't answer and he was gonna hang up and I forget what they talked about.
Well, he was
Well,
calling
he
to
was
say
calling to say
thank you.
that was in the last part, wasn't it?
I
I went
think
too
it
far back, I
was,
think.
but I do remember that.
Mm.
Yeah,
Listen,
because
maybe
he called him like when he got to the Overlook and had the interview, and he was like, "Yeah, everything went great. Thank you so much for the opportunity."
right. Okay,
It's
that's what
just
that
like,
was.
why do I have to call him and bend over backwards to thank you when like you're the reason I'm in this mess?
Yeah, and
Which
Omen made
yeah,
it clear that he had no choice, right? It wasn't like he got the job. He was told to give him the job, whether he liked it or not.
yeah.
It was like, let's find out how much pull your friend Al has.
Well,
Stop,
I'm
just
also
stop
thinking,
talking.
who the hell are you gonna find to do this job last minute?
I was thinking that. I think they're both kind of stuck, right? Because you couldn't fire him if you wanted to, because that means you're going to
Cool.
spend the winter in the hotel. Although, if anybody, Ullman would probably be okay with it because he loved the hotel or whatever weirdness was going on when he left.
He's like, yeah.
He didn't want to leave
I
his
like how
day job.
that's his favorite job, but it's only open like 3 months, four. Well, I don't know when it opens. Spring, so like I guess 4 months.
I guess we're getting 6 months, like May to October. I don't know. The place must be expensive. They can only fucking charge half the year.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Who built a hotel where you can only open it half the year?
Somebody who wants to be remote.
Well, I like the idea of like the super rich people hanging out where nobody can find them. Like, okay, I get that.
Yeah,
That location makes sense for that kind of crowd. But they ended up all being gangsters or something.
it seems like that. I'm still not really sure what exactly was the or like what was happening.
Yeah, and then the old lady was, oh no, that was when they were leaving. That actually happened. All three, and yeah, well, it doesn't end that way. All three of them are pretending they're sleeping, and none of them were. I thought that was kind of funny.
Yeah.
They were like listening to the other person. They could hear the breathing of the rhythm, but they weren't sleeping. Danny was up. I don't know how Danny sleeps ever. It's
Well, he starts drinking.
I can't say I'm surprised, to tell you the truth.
Right.
He's got a lot working against him. Genetics being like only one of the issues.
Right.
He's like the kid from The Sixth Sense when he grows up. Like I see dead people until I drink whiskey, then I don't see him. I wonder what happened to that kid when he grew up.
He was on American Horror Story.
Was he? Who
Wait,
was he?
is that Macaulay Culkin? No. Damn it. I forgot his name.
Macaulay Culkin. What? I don't know how to say it. Played a drug addict in American Horror Story. Great job acting. That was a weird story. That was the one if you took the shit and didn't have a talent, then you became a weird vampire or something, right?
Yeah, which is I like the story. I just hate that they split it in half, so it was rushed.
Yeah, that one. Actually, both of them were easily a full season. I do not. Even on the Unexplained, they still talk about Eisenhower and his supposed meetings with the aliens. Oh, that's where they got that from.
Hmm.
So those rumors have been flying about that for years.
I just love
Like
to know how a rumor like that starts.
I, yeah, I don't even. I don't know. I mean,
Like
how
we
did
saw a
Area?
UFO go to the White House.
Yeah, why do we think there's aliens at Area 51? Because of Roswell is the closest place, I guess.
Yeah.
Who the hell knows? Because it's you know why? Because I want to believe.
In today's day and age, I feel like most people, like the government, if they, wherever, let me rephrase it, they could be anywhere doing whatever they want and we wouldn't know.
Yeah, they probably are.
They're
Yeah, I mean,
probably
yeah.
not at Area 51.
I mean, if they mastered interstellar travel, they could probably avoid detection by our stupid asses with our bulky nuclear bombs and stuff. We're still using, internal combustion propulsion for Christ's sake. Once you have to figure out how to see. I don't even know if I want to go down that path, but if there's people here, then that is not good for us. We don't want aliens. There's no. It'd be the end of the human race.
Yeah, I think, well, I mean, that's not necessarily true, but it does seem likely because, like, why else would they make themselves known unless it was to, like, do something?
They either want to kick us out, or they want our minerals, or both, or I mean, the chance that it's just a peaceful welcome to the neighborhood kind of slim, right?
I would say yes, but I think most
Mm.
people, like, want to believe, they're not really looking at it from that perspective. It's more like we can't be the only creature out there, species, whatever, intelligent species. So there has to be something else. And it's like, yeah, and it would probably kill us.
There probably is, but I think they're too far away.
Well, I mean, we probably should not get into this right now, but there's a theory about that, like why, if there are so many Earth-like planets that have like the same kind of things that could create life, why is there no evidence of that? And one of the theories is that we're just not smart enough to have the technology to speak to them.
Yeah, you're assuming they're going to be carbon-based life forms like we are.
Yeah.
They could be, who knows? I don't even know where to go with that. Just watch Star Trek for a couple seasons. They have some weird life forms on that one.
The other theory is that we're the first test of an intelligent species, and something really big will probably take us all out.
It is a hard question. Most of the reason religion exists, right? Like, what? I mean,
Right.
how could we be the only ones out there? It doesn't make sense. I like Carl Sagan's quote. Either we're alone in the universe or we're not, and both
Both
answers
are
are equally
equal.
terrifying.
Yeah. I remember the first time I saw that, and I was like, whoa, I never thought about that. To be honest, I don't agree with that quote. I think being alone is more terrifying.
That's what I was going to say. Think about how terrifying it is if we were the only life forms in the entire universe. I mean, I don't even know where to start with that. What are we doing here? What is the point
Well,
of all
because
this?
we could, again, that could mean possibly, if that were true, then it could mean that we're like the first trial run.
You should read Douglas Adams. Earth is a big experiment. The mice are actually the smartest creatures on the planet. They're doing
Dolphins
it.
were.
Well, the mice run the place, but the dolphins are definitely smarter than the humans. I think the mice don't. I don't remember. The mice were the ones that were looking for the answer to life, the universe, and everything, which was 42. They found it, but they don't know what the question is.
Oh, I did not recognize the author when you said that.
Yeah, what is it called? Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Yeah.
There's a really, I love those books. They're so, it's so much English humor. I think English humor is almost funnier if you read it. But, they're coming around the corner. There's one thing I hate is, Voltarians. And then they come around the corner, it's like, oh, there's like a crowd of Voltarians or something, all that kind of stuff. It's like Monty Python it's like, I think the guy that wrote it, not Douglas Adams, I think Monty Python's connected to that somehow. One of them is his friend or something. Graham, what's his face? I can't remember. Anyway, I hear we're talking about The Shining.
Sometimes.
Us and our Alone in the Universe.
Yeah, how did we get that?
Yeah, I don't know. So, yeah, there's still not much else happening. I'm up to chapter 22 now, and they're in a truck. Nothing really happens except all this backstory. I guess what happens is Jack is getting sucked into the Overlook by
Yeah.
reading the history somehow, and it's making him act like he's drinking, so he's doing dumb shit, and he's being short-tempered, and he's calling his boss, just telling him he's a dickhead for some reason.
And
I
to
think we'd
tell him
all like to
about
do that at some point.
to give up the beans on the new book he wants to write all of a sudden.
Yeah, the one he just thought of that he's done nothing else about, no further anything. But he can't be. I mean, with that kind of history, there would already be 100 books out there. It's not like
I feel
nobody
like
knows.
that's the point I'm missing. Like, to me, I'm just like, this doesn't feel like anything anyone wouldn't already know. Like,
Yeah. Hey, don't write a book. Don't argue with me. You say another word, you're fired. Oh yeah? Who's gonna run the place for the winter? You?
yeah, right? I mean, like, you want me to just leave it in repair, in shambles then? Disrepair? But then he was like, but no, I'm gonna take care of her good. I'm like, all right. Now you have
Yeah.
pride all of a sudden in this job?
Right? Now you care. Yeah. This is something you do. What do you? So you needed this job. What are you gonna do in, April?
I
Do you
guess,
have a plan?
when did that,
Because
does
you're
he
not
get
gonna
paid at the end of this?
gas or
Or
up front would
maybe
have been
half of,
cooler, but
yeah.
half and half, maybe something. We didn't really talk about the details. Not really important. They have everything they need. It's clear they got money because they're going into town buying shit every time they need it.
Oh, that's a good point.
And they're here because they're dirt poor, so some kind of transaction happened, right?
I mean, I'm assuming it's not just stay here and eat our food and take care of it and we'll call it even.
I hope not. I mean, if you had internet, you could get somebody to take that to you. They would just
I
turn it
mean,
into like a podcast or a YouTube.
one person, but actually, oh my God. Wow, my brain just went, I'm like, yeah, you could do like a hype house thing. Just have a bunch of influencers stay there.
Oh God.
You would come back to a wrecked hotel.
What if they're all construction
You come back and
influencers?
all the ghosts have moved out. I'm like, fuck this.
Ah, the ghosts are stopping you on their way out. I'm like,
Yeah,
you got to do
yeah,
something about them.
yeah. They got their thumbs out. Get me out of here.
Yeah.
I think we're good, right? Well, we're inside two. Well, so 217. What happened at 217? Is that where the guy got shot and his friends got shot?
No, the gangster got shot in the presidential suite. I think that was where the woman, she killed herself, right? Because of
That's why she's in
her.
the tub,
Yeah, I can't remember what happened. Something about a lover.
right? Some 1920 scandal that nobody would give a shit right now.
I did write it down. Now,
No
room. Oh,
shoes are just big tennis rackets, right?
that's what I was picturing.
Yeah, like a Bugs Bunny cartoon or something. I don't know what an
Mi-
actual snowshoe is. Good.
Never mind. Sorry, that was the wrong death.
There have been so many.
Maybe I didn't write it down. I don't know. Never mind.
Some weird details. He's got the note that the person didn't finish writing.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that I'm like, why would this stuff be down there? I don't. It's. I mean, it's
Why is
definitely
it
creepy.
important? Why do I need to know some of it?
Like, why would you keep a beheaded teddy bear? I don't.
Or a bloody rag.
Yeah.
Yeah, who's keeping this stuff? Is the teddy bears the Grady kids? Aren't they holding a teddy bear? Don't play with us, Dan. Yeah, there's like no way to separate the movie and the book.
Oh wait, I did. All I wrote down was lady in the bathtub naked killed herself after boy toy left. Oh, she
Oh
was like a
yeah.
pedophile or something.
She was like some older middle-aged woman having an affair with some kid, and I guess she
He
thought
left
they
with her
were.
Porsche.
Yeah, he just like one day was like, "Fuck this," and after like a week, took off because he was tired of it, and she
Yeah.
thought they're gonna be together forever. I guess. Don't know why you kill yourself over that.
That boy
Respectfully.
didn't know what he did to that hotel.
And she had money, right? So
Yeah.
she could have got. I'm sure he wasn't her only boy toy.
But I'm pretty sure they were like, I might be misremembering, but I think they were insinuating he was like either 18 or like under 18.
It didn't matter. You're allowed to do stuff like that. Actually, this was before that because the 70s is present day. So this would have been what, like the 50s or something.
Right. That's true.
All bets are off then. My God. Why does Danny keep going to 217?
Because Dick told him not to.
Right? He's like, I didn't want
Basically.
to come here after the fire hose, but here I am, standing outside the door for some reason. I love every time he thinks of what Dick told him, he's like, I don't think there's anything in there that can hurt you. Okay, you need to stop saying it that way.
Yeah.
Because, right. So, yes or no? Is there anything in there that can hurt me or not?
Like,
If
no,
you,
you're
if you,
probably.
yeah,
Sorry. I was just saying, no, you're probably fine.
yeah, good and
Probably
probably
is.
and,
Oh, I was just saying, probably is not good enough in this situation.
uh, yeah, I do that at work all the time. They're like, well, it should. They're like, nope, stop you right there. I don't want to hear it should. Is it or isn't it? And
Yeah.
that's what this is. Is it gonna hurt me or is it not? I don't think Dick knows, but it's not like he cares enough to not go to Florida.
I mean,
He's a kid
yeah, I feel like he knows that there's a good chance that it could hurt them and is just hoping it doesn't.
because he's got plans.
Yeah. Well, not just plans. He's never coming back. Like, there's a
Well, that's
reason
true.
why he's not coming back.
The things that are driving him out of hotel, he's just gonna let a 5-year-old spend the winter with. So, yeah, he'll be fine, right? I don't need to worry about that.
He's got youthful exuberance.
I don't think they can hurt you, so we'll call it good. You mend quickly when you're 5. You're still growing. Walk it off. I mean, what's his other choice really though? If he stays, what's he gonna do? Say your son's in trouble. Get the fuck out of this hotel. They're like, fuck you, old man. We can't go anywhere. We gotta come
Yeah,
live with
that's
you.
true. I feel like though he could have scared Danny enough to be like, "There's nothing worth it because you'll lose your life if you stay here. So make sure you parents and you guys leave."
Right? And then when
Yeah.
they can't leave, Danny's not scared enough already.
Well, but I mean,
Now he's
if Danny was really hysterical about it, I feel like they would have left, and then I guess Jack. Oh, I don't know what would happen to Jack.
there's gotta be somewhere else they can go. Wendy and Danny at least.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know though. If you leave Jack alone, I don't he wouldn't be there when you came back.
that's what I was thinking too. Yeah,
He was just like morphed into a ghost, like without dying.
but he has no one to take his anger out on.
Except for himself, which
I mean,
may
there's the
have
Grady
been.
twins, right? He can beat them every night and murder them. Oh, they already get murdered every day. I think Grady does that. I mean, I wonder if that happened.
Hmm.
So I think that's Grady's book. And he must have been, and I think about this, like in the 70s in that hotel for the winter is way different than right now. So
Yeah.
I think that book exists because he had some long days where had nothing to do. What is it? That fat little prick Ullman took all the alcohol out of there. But the ghost got that part covered. Was Grady a bartender in real life? I guess he was. Was he he was the caretaker though. Why is he like, I'm getting ahead of myself.
Yeah, I didn't realize he was the bartender.
I think we're not there yet, but I think it's because that's how he introduces himself to Jack because Jack needs a drink. So he's giving him what he needs.
Yeah.
Lewis Carroll screaming for some reason. I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, that was weird. He was just like,
Yeah.
"I'm the White Rabbit." I'm like, all
Off of
right.
his head. I audiobooked that part. The guy was like screaming on the audiobook. Like, yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess we're good. Daddy's in a room, trying to blink away the woman in the tub because Dick doesn't think they can do it. He doesn't think they can hurt him. They're like pictures in the book. Close your eyes and it'll be gone. And he does that, and she grabs his throat at the end. Yeah, I can't wait to find out that part because this is one of them books where there's not a lot of deaths because there's not many people.
Right.
So it's like a suspense thing the whole time. Like, what's going to happen? And it's basically watching Jack go slowly crazy, which is why he hates the movie because he is crazy the whole time. But I feel like this guy's been kind of crazy since we've met him too, right? And
He's like,
there was,
they keep saying all these things about him in such a casual way where it's like we're not supposed to care, but like he's like we said, he's not a good man.
Yeah, like there's no redemption arc here. Like he's just a dick that drinks and is now a bigger dick when he drinks.
Bigger dick when he doesn't drink.
Yeah, and now he doesn't need the drinking to be the dick that he is when he used to drink. What the hell's wrong with Wendy? What did she see in this guy?
Really?
Oh, there's a lot of things wrong with Wendy. All she does is cry.
That's not this Wendy.
No, I'm interested because I don't know how much I remember about this one. Just picture Shelley Duvall crying with was it a bat in her hand? Woefully unprepared to actually use it. I'm not gonna hurt you. We have to watch the movie, man. We have to do a podcast while we watch the movie.
I'm
Can
looking
we
at the
do that?
next.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have to share. What would you have to share it on something? Watch party shit or whatever that is. You should do it on YouTube. That'd be the meta way to do it. Okay. So dead naked lady with decaying flesh grabs Danny. Oh, I know what happens. I don't remember how that scene resolves itself, but I know what.
Oh yeah, because I know too. Because yeah. Well, I think I know.
Right, Jack's gonna be in that room in a little bit.
Right.
Matter of fact, oh wait, I was like, look, outside 217, and I was like, oh wait, that's chapter 19. Never mind, we already did that. 217 revisited. There we go. See, I knew it was coming.
I'm looking at part 4 and 5. I don't know. I mean, I'd be fine if we do it this way, but 4 is like, I don't know,
I'm looking at it now.
100. Yeah, it's like
223, like
100.
120 pages.
Yeah, and then 5 is like 200 pages.
A lot.
So I don't know if we want to go into part 5 and split it up more.
I mean, I'm fine just doing the 2 parts.
Yeah, I
We can just
think
do a
I'd be
short
fine.
podcast next time.
Yeah, I'm fine with that too.
Because even if five's the last one, right? Yeah. Oh, look,
Yeah.
my Kindle has an excerpt from Dr. Sleep with you.
At first second, I was like, how is that possible? I forgot you said Kindle.
Yeah.
Yeah, my book does too.
No, my book is like old.
Is it the white cover
It's not that old, but it's not Dr. Sleep new.
edition?
Yeah.
Yeah, because even if five's long, the last chapter, the last part always goes faster anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the chapter names, remembering what's going to happen. Each chapter name is like a giveaway, almost. Halloran going up the country, Red Rum, Halloran arrives, Halloran laid low, the explosion. I wonder what happens there.
I mean, sometimes he doesn't even name the chapters, so I don't even think it matters that much.
Yeah, there's a Tony, there's a Danny, there's a Wendy, there's a Jack.
Will we ever find out why he's named Tony? Tune in next time.
I guess we never read it.
I'm definitely going to do it when we're done. I'm just curious.
Right, stay tuned for the next one. So yeah, we'll do Dr. Sleep and then Reddit stories.
Reddit stories? I think it's called...
You haven't even been over here in a while.
Right. Something like the end of the world as we know it, or when the world, something like that.
I forget what it's called. The fan story.
Yeah.
Stories from I don't remember.
Something about the end of the world, because I was like, what is that book? And then I was like, right.
How was that not in that movie? Okay. I guess so we're gonna do part 4. See you in 2 weeks.
Yeah, sounds good.
Sounds good.
All right, Emmer, call me when we're done. Or call me in a second.
Okay.
All right. End of the podcast. Everybody say